Well, Floorball fans, we're just seconds away from our next exciting Floorball matchup of the day. Our second game here live from Georgetown, Texas. It's the Ohio Aviators versus the Minnesota Growlers. It's going to be an exciting matchup. Two expansion teams who have brought in lots of talent. They've had electric first games, the Minnesota Growlers in the season opener, defeating the reigning champion Florida Vikings 10-7. And then the Ohio Aviators coming off of a loss in the last 15 seconds to the Fort Worth Jaguars. They're going to be looking to reestablish themselves. This will be their chance. A lot of high scores are in this game. Number 10, Ilmari Lehtinen, currently leads the league in scoring with 3 goals, 3 assists. And it's a tie for second between Tuukka Hiltunen, number 26 of the Growlers, and number 4, Joel Olsen of the Aviators. Certainly going to be players to watch today as we get ready to head down now for the face-off. It's Hiltunen on Nilsson. Tough face-off there. Ball just barely hit out. It's going to be the Growlers on the recovery. Yipa Royala, captain here of the Minnesota Growlers. They go with a pass out to Vandenpa. Alejandro playing up on defense here. Tip of the spear for the 1-2-2 zone by Ohio. Emily Biernen with the pass to Vandenpa. Here to Vandenpa, coming into center court, the pass to Royala. Some impressive passing early on in the game here from Minnesota. They certainly proved last game that they are a team to be reckoned with here in the NAFL. Defense there from Carlson. It's going to result in a free hit awarded to Minnesota. Yipa Royala set to take it. The pass to Hiltunen. The shot attempt goes off the body of number 9, Zach Mellon of the Aviators. About a minute in, and it's been Growlers' possession for most of it. Let's see if the Aviators can change that story. Nilsson just barely keeping control with a spin around. Alejandro, the pass out to Mittelholzer, sails wide off the wall. Lehtinen gets it out to Hiltunen. Tuukka Hiltunen sends it to Yipa Royala. Substitutions here for both teams. Santuleto with the pass to Coltuluoto. Staying around midcourt. Safe pass back to Leto. He's got Rantala. Shoots, and it's blocked there off the body of number 19, Owen Broom. Coming around the backside, Harstead on defense for the Aviators. Coltuluoto facing a lot of pressure. Ball chipped out there. Andreas Blix, number 24, sending the ball deep into Growler territory. Of course, Andreas Blix, number 24, the founder and president of the Ohio Aviators, formerly a player for the NAFL's Fresno Force, now running his own team. Pass there around the middle to Coltuluoto. He has Vandenpa. Substitutions here for both teams. Santuleto, pass off to Vandenpa. Biernen back in. Biernen, the pass to Royala. Coming on the close wing, shot goes off the body there of Carlson. Some hard contact there between Yipa Royala. Referee Sean Eden there having a word with number 17, Hugo Carlson, after that hit. We can expect to see a lot of physical play here from both teams today. The Aviators prove that they know how to play a physical game with a lot of taller, bigger frame players and a lot of passion for the game. In Minnesota, before the game, was running drills on shoulder-to-shoulder contact, trying to train their players to keep the leverage and keep the advantage in tight defensive battles. Pass down there to McDonald. It's chipped out by Vandenpa. It's going to be a hit-in for Ohio. McDonald to Carlson. Stolen there by Lehtinen. Lehtinen now driving, trying to get around, but it goes off the foot of McDonald. It's still going to be a hit awarded here to the Minnesota Growlers. Leto set to inbound. He goes to Coltuluoto. The pass back to the far wing. Ryan Johnson coming up into the middle. Leto starting to press, trying to find Coltuluoto in the middle. It's hit out. The shot attempt there just off the body of Isaac Skjug. A battle for possession at the back wall. It's going to be ruled a hit here for Ohio. Defensive work there by number 77, Samuel Runke. It'll be number 9, Zach Mellon with a pass to Mittelholzer. Zach Mellon now driving down. Deep pass finds Hans Karlsson. Pass back out to Mittelholzer. Nilsson shot. It's powerful, but it sails high and right. Out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for Minnesota. Eetu Vanjonpa. The kick to Järvinen. Now it's over to Oroila. Järvinen back to Oroila. Alejandro still staying back for the Aviators defense. Vanjonpa, he has an out route, he'll take it. Over to Jipa Oroila. They'll find Hiltunen. Some backcourt play here from the Growlers. Waiting for an opportunity. A steal there by Mittelholzer for the Aviators. They'll pass out to Mellon. Number 9, Zach Mellon now driving down. The pass to Nilsson, looking for Karlsson. But he's 2 steps ahead already. Vanjonpa tries to get a pass off, goes off the feet of Karlsson. Jipa Oroila now for the Growlers. He's got some open court in front of him. Pass goes off the leg of Nilsson. He's still able to chip it out. Hiltunen driving into the hands of Isaac Skug. He'll pass it out to Thomas Mittelholzer. Joel Olsen now on the far wing. Go with a pass to Kalle Harstedt. Driving in towards the middle. Long shot. Just saved by Minnesota by Pasi Järvinen. Vanjonpa facing double team. Philip Lundmark now trying to chip the ball away. It's a wild mad grab. Andreas Bleck shot attempt just off the post. Ilmari Lehtinen forcing it into Aviators territory. Kalle Harstedt now driving back into Growlers land. Joel Olsen, the pass to Blix. He just misses the shot attempt. Santuleto, the pass out to Vanjonpa. He chips it around Olsen. Gets around Lundmark. Valtteri Rantala with the ball. He'll pass to Vanjonpa. Driving in closer. Shot goes off the body of Skug. It's Broom on Rantala for possession in the backcourt. And as both go to the ground, it's a hit ruled for the Ohio Aviators. Number 10, Samson McDonald, the Canadian, set to take it. We'll go with a pass to Runke. Down to Tarika. Cross-court pass. Beautiful shot by Hugo Karlsson, but it goes straight into the hands of Pasi Järvinen. Santuleto, the pass to Ryan Johnson. The Growlers now controlling the pace of the game, slowing it down. Over 5 minutes have elapsed, and we're still scoreless here in the first. It's been a lot of back and forth, not so much sustained possessions here. Means it's going to be an exciting one to watch. Emily Björninen, the pass over to Vanjonpa. Björninen over to Oroila. Starting to drive now. Hiltunen, the pass back to Oroila. Down, he finds Ilmari Lehtinen just over the top. It'll be a hit in here for the Aviators. Runke, down to Karlsson. Pass cross court, McDonald, back to Runke. Ohio also taking their time in the backcourt. A deep pass down there. It's missed on the way to Kirion. Now Tarika fighting for possession. Tuukka Hiltunen is there first. Heavy coverage in the backcourt here. Trying to get a shot out to the wall. It's going to be a free hit awarded here to the Minnesota Growlers. Both teams bringing out new lines. It'll be Minnesota's second line on the Aviators first. Kotluoto on the far line. Trying to find a man. He'll go back out to Leto. Run to Leto to his right. Swinging back around. He's got Johnson cross court. Go back to Leto. Still looking for a man. Find Kotluoto now starting to drive for the Growlers. Shot attempt. It's a long one. It had the power. It didn't have the angle. Hit in here for the Aviators. Zach Mellon with a pass to Mittelholzer. Zach Mellon off the wall around Rovinen to Nilsson. Nilsson now coming in closer. A spin around Rovinen. He's passing back. Zach Mellon having to run to get to the ball. Behind the goal line, off the wall. He'll find Karlsson. Mellon again looking to find a man. He misses the ball for a pass. Ryan Johnson with the steal. Nilsson able to chip it back out to his man, Mellon. Mittelholzer, the shot attempt. Sails up and over. Deflected there by Bassi Arvinen. It'll be Ohio's hit in here. Joel Olsen, number 4, set to take it, along with number 8, Philip Lundmark. Olsen, pass cross court to Lundmark. It was an isolation play. Unfortunately, the pass didn't connect. Now Harstedt looking to reset. Long shot off the back wall, recovered by Arvinen. The kick out to Jipa Roila. Vanjonpa to Roila. Over to Tuukka Hiltunen. Around off the back wall to Ilmari Lehtinen. He's double teamed in coverage. Harstedt on Lehtinen. Lehtinen still with possession. Spinning around Owen Broom. He gets a pass out. Björninen. Pass intercepted there. Number 8, Philip Lundmark. Over to Olsen. He'll send it back down to Lundmark. Wasn't expecting the pass. Still able to recover. Gets it to Blixt. But the shot is blocked. Auroila to Lehtinen. He spins around Broom. Just blocked by Harstedt. Andreas Blix now for the Aviators. Gets around Hiltunen. Around Vanjonpa. Recovered by Arvinen. The pass out to Ilmari Lehtinen. Philip Lundmark on him tight. He'll go with a safe out route back to his own territory. Substitutions for both teams here. Rene Cotulwoto with the ball on the back wing. Looking for a man, he's coming in closer. He'll go with a safe pass back out to Santuleto. Off the wall, finds Rantala. Cotulwoto in the middle. He's got 2 men on him. Ryan Johnson able to chip it back out. Carlson losing possession there for the Aviators. Off the wall, he'll find Rovin, and it goes off the body of Runka. He'll get it inside. Cotulwoto trying to get it in off the body of Samson McDonald, unable to convert. The ball chipped up and out off the body of Ryan Johnson there. It's going to be a hit in for Ohio. Samuel Runka, the pass to Samson McDonald. Jonathan Torrica now coming around the center lane. Carlson, cross court, finds Kirion. Shot goes off the body of Leto and sails wide right. Carlson recovering. Spin around Johnson. Torrica behind the goal. Ball chipped out there by Hugo Rovinen, trying to get it to Ryan Johnson. Not expecting the pass, goes off the foot. That's Brandon Cotulwoto there trying to spin around Alex Kirion. The Aviators having great success here with a full court press on the Minnesota Growlers. It's certainly been a game of defense so far. The pass there to Emily Björninen. Nearly losing the ball there, able to recover before the pressure comes. Jipa Roila there, the pass to Vanjonpa. Roila to Björninen, back to Vanjonpa. With 10 minutes elapsed in the first period, it's still scoreless here from Georgetown. Ohio and Minnesota both hungry for a win, hungry for a goal. Nearly getting one there from Hiltunen, but it's saved by Skug. Now it's a mag grab for possession. Alejandro getting the ball chipped out, but it still goes to Nilsson. Nilsson looking for a man who isn't there. Recovered there by Tuukka Hiltunen. Goes over to Jipa Roila. Behind the goal, a pass to Leto. Over to Ryan Johnson. Slow game here from the Growlers, looking to reclaim the pace. Backcourt passing here. Still not much of a press. Off the wall, goes to Valtteri Rantala. The spin around Mittelholzer. Sends it down, blocked there off the stick of Alejandro. Saved there by Hans Carlson, looking to kick it out to his man, Zach Mellon, number 9. Zach Mellon, of course, a star of the NAFL. Many last year calling him a future Hall of Famer. All NAFL first-team honors in the 2022 season. He's certainly a leader here for this Aviators team that's comprised of a core from the former Utah Raptors. Shot there by Carlson, goes off the stick of Robin and stays in bounds. And the pass from Carlson sails out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for the Minnesota Growlers. First line out here for the Growlers. Auroila, the pass to Vanjonpa. Auroila coming center court. He's got Hiltonen to the side. Go with Hiltonen, driving down. The pass to Auroila, blocked by Andreas Blixt. Joel Olsen giving it away from Ilmari Lehtinen. Olsen, deep pass, finds Lundmark. Shot attempt just off the top post. In a fast break here, Järninen with the ball. Looking for an opportunity, he shoots, it's off the helmet of Skjug. Andreas Blixt trying desperately to get it back into Growlers territory. Järninen, the pass to Lehtinen. Shot sails high and wide, it's gonna be hidden here for Ohio. Number 77, Samuel Runke with the pass there to Samson McDonald. Find Tarika. Both teams employing the backcourt passing strategy, waiting for an opportunity. Off the wall there. Carlson driving deep, behind the goal line. He'll get the angle on Vanjonpa, the pass back out to Runke. Off the wall, back to Carlson. The spin around Rovinen, and Rovinen able to block off his route of escape. Giri on the pass, back out to Runke. Shot goes off the legs of Valtteri Rantola. Hit in here for Ohio. Back to Runke. Going over, finds Tarika. Shot goes off the body of number 88, Rene Coltuluoto. Growlers on the attack there. Rantola losing the ball there. Samuel Runke recovering there for the Aviators. Growlers retreating now, coming back to a half-court defense. Hans Carlson coming in fast on the back wing. He'll go with a pass out to Mittelholzer. Down to Mellon. Nilsson losing control of that pass, but he's able to steal it back from Ryan Johnson. Zach Mellon now. Off the wall, finds Nilsson. Nilsson heading to the back corner. Spin shot goes off the stick of Santuleto. It's going to be a hit in here for Ohio. 6 minutes, 34 seconds remain. Zach Mellon, shot attempt, but he misses it. Goes off the back wall instead. Now Carlson looking to recover. Chipped out there by Hiltonen. Nilsson missing the pass here. Several crucial errors for the Aviators. Järninen with the pass to Lehtinen. A spin around Mittelholzer. Pass back to Järninen. Pushed into the wall there by Albin Nilsson. It's going to be a hit awarded to Minnesota. They're taking it quick. Another hit awarded to Minnesota. The pass to Auroila. Saved there by number 9, Zach Mellon. Hans Carlson getting the angle around Vanjonpa. Now it's Alejandro. The shot attempt saved by Pasi Järvinen. Off the wall. Ilmari Lehtinen spinning around. Trying to break double coverage. The pass out to Järninen. Looking for Hilton, and he misses it. Now it's Zach Mellon, number 9, on the attack for the Aviators. His pass goes off the body there of Auroila. Järninen, shot sails wide right. Skjug has time now. We'll go with the pass to Mittelholzer. Rantola trying to take advantage of substitutions by Ohio. Being pushed against the wall, the hit's going to be awarded to Minnesota. Pass down to Coltuluoto. Philip Lundmark now on the attack. He'll sail a shot soft and wide right. Licks trying to maintain possession for the Aviators. It comes back off the wall into Aviator territory. Kalle Harstedt on the recovery. Going to the far wing, off the wall, finds Joel Olsen. The chip into the middle, recovered there by Ryan Johnson, but he sends it straight to Philip Lundmark. Chipped away now by Hugo Rovinen. Coming around, hit out by Olsen. It's Lundmark again for the Aviators. An impressive stick handler, great pass to Olsen. It goes off the body of Järvinen. Pasi Järvinen looking completely relaxed there after that save. It's just another day in the office for him. Rene Coltuluoto. Pass across the Vanjonpa. Santuleto facing pressure from Joel Olsen. It's a full court press here from the Aviators. Deep pass, Tuukka Hiltonen. A shot and a score! Tuukka Hiltonen, a beautiful shot almost from half court as he drove. With 4 minutes, 24 seconds still remaining in the first. The Growlers are the first on the board. Your score, Ohio 0, Minnesota 1. And with that score, Tuukka Hiltunen now officially has beaten out Joel Olsen in the tie for second place, scoring in the league. We'll see if Joel Olsen and the Aviators can respond in turn. As we head back down for the face-off, it'll be Carlson on Hiltunen. Recovery there by the Growlers. After that fast break, they're getting a little bit of momentum here in the game. We're going to see if they can maintain it. Juha Roila, the pass to Björninen, looking a bit more aggressive here from the Growlers offense. Off the back wall, Ilmari Lettinen's there to save it. The pass back down to Björninen. He'll get it out to Roila. Roila, or to Björninen. To the middle, Vanjonpa, back to Roila. Tuukka Hiltunen, shot saved there by Skug, another saved from Lettinen. Samson McDonald now inbounding for the Aviators. He goes with a pass to Tarika. Cross court, trying to find Carlson. It sails wide. Juha Roila's there for the Growlers. He's got Kirjon behind him. Tarika in front, triple man coverage, but he's able to get a pass out to Valtteri Rantala off the back wall. Over the air to Vanjonpa. Rene Kotuluoto now, heading to center court. Around midcourt, pass to Rovinen. Santuletto now in the backcourt. And he'll get around Tarika. Mittelholzer forcing him towards the wall. They go with a chip pass to Rantala, saved by Mittelholzer. Kirjon looking for a man who isn't there. Ryan Johnson kicking it back into Ohio territory. Tarika, the pass. Hugo Carlson shot sails just wide left. Ball hit out of bounds. It's going to be a hit and awarded here to Ohio. 2:52 left on the clock. It'll be number 91, Hans Carlson, set to take it. Go with the pass to Mittelholzer. Over to Zach Mellon. Driving, trying to get a pass into Albin Nilsson. It goes off the legs of Ryan Johnson. Hugo Rovinen losing the ball there. Gives Nilsson another opportunity. He shoots and he loses the ball himself. Valtteri Rantala now on the attack. The ball sails high, wide, and out of bounds, but it's going to be Minnesota's hit in. Certainly going to help to relieve some of the pressure that Ohio's been putting on their defense. Emily Björninen. And Ilmari Lettinen. There, Björninen. The pass to Lettinen. Intercepted there by Zach Mellon. Nilsson trying to get it back out. Tuukka Hiltunen gets it to Lettinen. Lettinen still on the close wing. Off the wall, Zach Mellon's able to find it before Juha Roila can. The pass to Nilsson. The teammates now reunited for the second season in the NAFL. Albin Nilsson and Zach Mellon, along with Philip Lundmark and Caleb Roorsen, all of them playing on the former Utah Raptors team. Hit in here for Minnesota, Juha Roila. Ready to set the position of the hit. Roila, deep, goes off the legs of Zach Mellon. And Mellon with the kick out. Tuukka Hiltunen's able to get there. Ball still inbound. Zach Mellon facing Hiltunen. He's trying to get the angle. The Growlers retreating. Substitutions now. The pass to Owen Broom. Kalle Harstedt coming around the middle. Taking his time. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the first. Kalle Harstedt, deep pass looking for Joel Olsen. He goes with a spin around Vanjonpa, the pass to Blixt. Joel Olsen, down the line, finds Philip Lundmark. Ball chipped, but still in bounds. Facing an aggressive Vanjonpa, Philip Lundmark creating some space for himself. Juha Roila there on his own coverage. And a block there by Vanjonpa. And now it's Joel Olsen trying to get a pass off. It's a little soft. Horsted's still able to get it. Recovery missed there by Olsen. A pass by Lundmark to Olsen. It's missed. Olsen on the ground. Björninen now trying to drive. Less than a minute remaining in the first. Emily Björninen with some fancy footwork to get around Philip Lundmark. And after the pump fake there by Emily Björninen, some laughter from the Minnesota Growlers bench as they make substitutions here. Captain Yipa Ruela looking to the person to pass it off to. We'll find Rene Cotruloto. Less than 30 seconds remain in the first period. Pass back out to Auruela. Over to Cotruloto. And it's going to be a penalty. Lundmark on the ground. And Auruela with a push. Tension's heated here. And narrowly avoiding a rough situation there. Penalty call comes. Goalkeeper Pasi Järvinen especially not happy. Captain Yipa Auruela coming back towards the Aviators. Number 24 owner Andreas Blixt of the Ohio Aviators calming his bench down, telling them to keep their head in the game, shake it off. Captain Zach Mellon and Yipa Auruela awaiting word from the referees, Vince Faso and Sean Eden. Referee Sean Eden, they're seeming to explain the penalties. Here to Yipa Auruela. Leto and Hiltunen also out on the court awaiting the decision. Both benches seeming to have calmed down there. And it's going to be a 2+2 penalty here. And now goalkeeper number 77, Pasi Järvinen, discussing with referees. Captain Yipa Auruela still debating the decision here, discussing the push. And it appears the final ruling, with 15 seconds still to go in the first period, is a 2+2 penalty, bench and then personal, against goalkeeper number 77, Pasi Järvinen. The Growlers going to be bringing in goalkeeper number 1, Eric Allman. This is his first time taking an NAFL court during a game. It's going to be Ohio's ball here. Number 21, Jonathan Tarika, set to take it. Power play here in the last remaining seconds of the first period. The pass to Mellon, down to Lundmark, around the back to Tarika. Mellon finds Carlson. The shot is good! A beautiful shot there with just over 2 seconds remaining on the clock to tie it up right in the first 13 seconds of power play. With 2 seconds remaining in the first period, it's all tied up. Your score now, Ohio 1, Minnesota 1. And that that's exactly what Ohio needed heading into the intermission. Looking to regain some momentum, to make it a tie game. Now they're going to have some force heading into the second period. And now more discussion about the penalty. Sean Eden discussing with owner Andreas Blixt. And because of the 2+2, there has to be another player in there serving in the penalty box. It's going to be number 56, Hugo Rovinen, who goes there to sit with Pasi Arvinen. Now Captain Yipa Roila discussing again with referee Vince Faso. Quite the kerfluffle that's erupted from that situation. And now the discussion here, because of the 2+2, Pasi Arvinen curious, that's why there's another player sitting, is because he can't return to the court immediately as a goalie. Number 1, Eric Allman, already on the court. Now it appears the situation resolved, and after the face-off, it's going to be recovered by the Growlers as time expires. And with that, at the end of the first period, it's back to a tie ball game after a crazy way to end the first period. As we've seen, floorball is a game where anything can happen. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to be coming to you soon with an exclusive player interview. And of course, we'll be back in just under 12 minutes with the second period of the exciting match between the Ohio Aviators and the Minnesota Growlers. Well, floorball fans, we are here after an electric first period and certainly a crazy way to end it. I have two players from the Growlers here with me, Yipa Roila and Emily Biernen here. How are you guys feeling after that first period?
No ihan hyvältä. Ihan hyvältä. Meni luista.
Kind of good. Emily says he got good legs today.
Good legs today. What do you think your greatest strength has been in this first period?
Mikä meidän niinku vahvuus on.
Pysytään rauhallisesti pallolla.
Yeah, we need to keep as much ball as we can. That's how we can win that.
And what do you think has been your favorite part about interacting with the team? What's been the best thing about the Growlers?
What is the best things in a what can it?
Our team.
Yes.
Of our team.
Yes, of your team.
Team spirit. Team spirit.
Team spirit. Well, it certainly shows on the court. Emily Biernanen, Ipa Roila, thank you so much for joining us. Floorball fans, you're not going to want to go anywhere. We have more exciting floorball action in less than 10 minutes. We'll see you then. Gets it out to Lunmore. Wilson loses the ball. Capitalizing for the territory. Substitutions now. At the end of the minute, runs line in for the Growlers. Just goes under his foot. The Growlers now retrieving the power play defense. With the ball. For an opportunity. Try for a Executive by Russell myself wide right. Driving for the Aviators. With that goal, 17 minutes, 16 seconds still remaining in the second period. The Growlers back on the board. Your score now, Ohio 1, Minnesota 2. Heading back down now for the face-off. Joel Olsen pushing it into Growlers territory, but he's able to break up that pass attempt by Leto, going into the wall. The hit awarded here to Ohio. Owen Broom now, pass back down. Olsen shot sails wide left. Sandro Leto's stick breaking on the court. He's going to have to rush to get out. Yipa Arroyla coming in for him. Tight defense here from Minnesota. Kalaharstedt, shot attempt, just saved. Two players going to the ground there. A collision called for Loto and Harstedt, but it doesn't matter. Rantala still attacking. Shot goes off the legs of his own man, Arroyla. Arroyla. Cross-court pass finds Ilamari Lettinen. Shot goes off the body of Joel Olsen. Ohio now taking their time, slowing the game down, making substitutions. Carlson. The pass to McDonald. McDonald goes down, finds Carlson. The chip pass to Tarika, sails wide. Gives Vanjonpa the advantage, forcing him back out to Samson McDonald. Illamari Lehtinen on him tight. Chips the ball just out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for the Growlers. Vanjonpa over to Auroila. Virninen, shot attempt, just saved by Skjug. Now it's behind the goal line. It's Hiltunen versus Runka. Runka trying to get the ball out. He'll find Carlson behind him. Pass back, Samuel Runka. Runka passes it in. Tarika down to Carlson. A fake pass and a shot, sails wide out of bounds. It's going to be the hit in here for Minnesota. Santuleto set to take it. We'll pass with Ryan Johnson. Ohio not pressing hard. It's only number 13, Hampus Arkad there for Ohio in the Minnesota backcourt. Kotuluoto on the close wing. Deep pass there. A fine run to shot goes off the foot for Thomas Mittelholzer. It's another hit in here for Minnesota. Rantala set to take it. Off the wall, finds Kotuluoto. Goes back down, Santuleto. Arkad now starting to press a little tighter here for the Ohio defense. Minnesota doing a lot better job this period of maintaining possession. With 5 minutes elapsed, they've only extended their lead, coming in after the crazy penalty that ended last period. Hit awarded here again to Minnesota. First line returning to the court here for Minnesota. They'll be starting in Aviator territory. Tuukka Hiltunen set to take the hit with Illamari Lehtinen, two very high scorers in the league so far. Lehtinen trying to get the angle on Broom. He's forced to come back around. Off the wall, he'll find Hiltunen. Down to Auroila. The pass trying to find Virninen, but it sails behind him. Back to Auroila. Auroila driving in. The pass to Lehtinen. He'll lose the ball. Olsen using that opportunity to pressure him. Trying to find Hiltunen on a pass. It's going to be number 24, Andreas Blixt, fielding it for the Aviators. Saved there by Auroila. Some momentum here for Minnesota. Blixt using his big frame there. Ends up pushing Hiltunen into the wall. It's going to be a hit awarded to Minnesota now. Yipa Auroila, they're not happy with team owner of the Aviators, Andreas Blixt. Hit here for Minnesota. Lefto and Kotuluoto. Koto chips a run to last. Shot attempt sails just wide right. Hit in here for Minnesota. Rovinen to take it. He's got Rantala to his side. The pass behind the goal to Kotuluoto. Facing double team defense, the ball's chipped out. Another hit in here for Minnesota. Kotuluoto spinning around through the legs, and it's good! An incredible pass to get it to Valtteri Rantala. A beautiful series going through the legs of Aviators defenders for that close range goal. Minnesota continuing to establish their dominance this game. 14 minutes, 7 seconds still to go in the second. Your score now, Ohio 1, Minnesota 3. And Minnesota has been slowly but surely setting the tone for this game. They've been improving their lead, improving their play, and starting to really cement their momentum here. Ohio needs an opportunity to undercut that. We're going to see if they can do that here in the second period. It's going to be Nilsson on Hiltunen for the faceoff. He'll chip it out deep into Aviators territory. But Björnen there to field it, tries a shot, but it sails wide. Hiltunen and Nilsson on the wall. The hit awarded here to Minnesota. Lehtinen and Hiltunen. Lehtinen with the ball in the corner, gets it around Mittelholzer. Back to Lehtinen. He goes down here to Vanjonpa. The pass to Emily Birninen. Goes between his legs. That's just enough time for Hampus to pressure him. It'll get the pass out to Jipa Roila. The shot attempt sails just wide right. Tuukka Hiltunen trying again. Shot sails wide left. Zach Mellon sends it out over the body of Jipa Roila. It's going to be a hit in here for Ohio, one they need desperately. Albin Nilsson goes back to Zach Mellon. Thomas Mittelholzer. The pass to Mellon. Down to find Hans Karlsson. Mellon, shot goes there, saved by Pasi Arvinen, but now it's a goal. And wait, no goal. The call is going to be the whistle's blown before the ball entered the net. A close call there for Minnesota. It was an impressive Aviators drive, saved just in time. Minnesota going to try and change the tune now. Rantala, the pass to Johnson. Goes off the leg of Kalle Harstedt. It's up in the air. Joel Olsen hitting it out to the far wall. It goes out of bounds. Minnesota's hit in. Rantala, the pass to Kotul-Wolto, goes out to Johnson. He's got Leto as an out route. The steal there by Olsen. It's a fast break. It's good! Ohio back on the board. A beautiful shot there off the steal. The pass just out of reach of Santuleto, giving Olsen the opportunity that he needed. Joel Olsen helped his team get promoted to Division I, home in Sweden, averaging 3.4 points a game there. He certainly had great stats here in the NAFL as well. It means with 12 minutes, 52 seconds, Ohio is getting closer here in the second. Your score, Aviators 2, Growlers 3. Getting in early to Growlers territory. McDonald chipping it close to the goal there. Tarika not able to get a shot off in time though. Girion with the ball in the corner, off the wall, trying to find Tarika. Ball sailing out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in for Ohio. They're starting to rebuild some momentum here. They're certainly playing with a lot higher energy. Girion to Tarika. Vanjonpa on defense, they're able to chip it out to Lehtinen. Deep pass down there to Björninen in Ohio territory. He's got some open court. He's got the angle. The shot there by Lehtinen, just saved by Skug. Girion on Hiltunen. Hit awarded here to Minnesota. The players happy about that one. It'll be number 53, Santulehto, set to take the hit here. Soft pass to Kotul-Wolto. Johnson cycling into the far wing there. Kotul-Wolto. Go for the out route to Leto. Minnesota taking their time, waiting for an opening. The pass there to Rantala. It's impressive, the Growlers' ability to make something from nothing. They've done a very impressive job so far in this game of making seemingly impossible passes. With that assist to Rantala even going between the legs. Shot attempt there goes off the body of Samuel Runka. Recovery there by Skug. It goes out to Runka. Substitutions here for Ohio. First line coming out, Zach Mellon with the pass to Albin Nilsson. Ilmari Lehtinen coming out to defend. He'll chip the ball away. Mellon's there for the save though. Driving in close. Off the stick of Johnson. Shot attempt there by Hans Karlsson goes off the body of Ryan Johnson. Hampus looking for a man to pass to. They'll find Albin Nilsson. Hans Karlsson now. Deep pass off the stick there of Johnson, back to the far corner. It's Mellon on Vanjonpa. Mellon having to kick the ball away. Growlers now driving Björninen with it. He has Vanjonpa and Johnson in the backcourt. Johnson telling him to hold it, making a substitution. Jipa Roila coming back out onto the court now. Jipa Roila. Pass to Emily Björninen. Impressive behind the back, off the wall pass there. Just over 10 minutes remain in the second period, and it's certainly heating up. Shot there, goes just wide off the body of Lehtinen. A shot attempt saved there by Skog. Now it's Björninen trying to create another opportunity. Hiltonen just misses the ball. Arkadi's got Nilsson to the side. Don't miss him. It goes off the wall. Nilsson now facing tight coverage from Hiltonen and Vanjonpa. With a spin, he's able to make some room, make some time. Still under fire. Vanjonpa gets it out to Lehtinen. He's got Björninen. He'll find Auroila. Björninen. Back to Lehtinen. Shot sails wide. Going around the corner there, Björninen going back to Auroila. 10 minutes remain in the second. We're halfway through the game. And that shot saved there by Zach Mellon. It goes off his body. Mellon going to the ground there. No call, ruled clean. Auroila with the ball there. Zach Mellon certainly not happy about the no call. Auroila, shot goes off the body of Nilsson. Philip Lundmark now out on the court. Penalty called on Zach Mellon. Zach Mellon, certainly a well-known player in the NAFL, and he's a player that brings a lot of energy and a lot of emotion to the court. And it seems that it's put him on the wrong side of the penalty box here in the second period, 9:38 still remaining. We spoke with Zach Mellon before his first game of the 2023 season. We asked him, what brought you back? And he said, it's unfinished business. It's revenge. After coming from the former Utah Raptors season and having a less than favorable outcome, he's really looking to change his stars, but that puts a little bit too much passion in the game sometimes. We'll see how it affects him when he comes out of the bench penalty as Minnesota enters power play. It's going to be Emily Björninen set to take it. Pass to Jipa Auroila. Hiltonen. Back to Auroila. Björninen working with Lehtinen. Fast passing here. Hugo Carlson trying to jump the passing lane. Saved there by Harstedt. Able to chip it away to Hans Carlson. Coming down the close line. Rantala gets it back out to Auroila. Great save there by the Growlers defense. Jipa Auroila. Pass there. Back from Björninen. Goes over to Hiltonen. Ilmari Lehtinen. Hiltonen, the drive, saved there by Skog. Number 17, Hugo Carlson, saving them from another shot opportunity by the Growlers, just chipping it out of the box. Jipa Auroila now resetting the Growlers' offense. Auroila, to Rantala. Behind the goal to Lehtinen. Björninen. 3 men between him and the goal. He'll go instead with a pass to Ilmari Lehtinen. Coming around towards center court. He's got Auroila on the wing. Lehtinen left in the backfield with little coverage whatsoever. Björninen spin shot, just misses it. Rolls out of the blade of his stick. Tarika cross-court pass. He'll find Carlson. Mounting an offensive here, even though a player down. Impressive work from Ohio. The ball chipped away. Now it's a rush to get back in defensive position here for the Aviators. The shot just on the outside of the goal, allowing Skog to get to it. He'll pass it out to Jonathan Tarika, number 21. Entering the last 30 seconds of power play here. Björninen with the pass to Auroila. 15 seconds remain in power play. Ilmari Lehtinen. The pass to Björninen. Now Zach Mellon able to come in. Power play is ended. Lehtinen facing tough defense there from Nilsson. He goes to the ground. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. He's still on the ground. Trainer now assisting Ilmari Lehtinen on the court. Ilmari Lehtinen now being helped off the court by a trainer. And the court currently being cleaned before play can resume. Play getting ready to resume here. 7.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Ohio down 1. It'll be Minnesota's ball. Valtteri Rantala set to take it here for the Growlers. Go with a pass to Kotulwoto. Shot just off the body of Skug. Harstedt gets it out to Owen Broom. Broom now on the close wing. Olsen telling him to hold off. They'll take their time, mounting an offensive. Ilmari Lehtinen now walking and stretching out his leg after the injury. Joel Olsen with the kick attempt. He'll miss it. That gives Santoletto an edge getting to the ball. He'll chip it out to Ipa Roila. Arroyola set up behind his goal. Pass to Leto. Kotulwoto. Back to Leto, across to Arroyola. Kotulwoto fielding the ball, sending Rovinen down court. Rantala coming up into the middle. Go with a route to Arroyola. Now the Growlers pressing up in Aviator territory. Rovinen with the ball behind the goal line. He'll try to get a pass out. It's intercepted by Olsen. Rantala's there to recover, though, after the ball gets thrown out. Leto starting to press. He'll go down. Find Kotulwoto. Cross court. Finds Arroyola. Ryan Johnson subbing in now for the Growlers. Pass back out to Arroyola as the rest of the team makes substitutions. Järninen coming around midcourt. He'll go with a pass back out to Leto. Over to Vanjonpa. Now Björninen starting to drive. Will go back to the goal line. Hugo Carlson putting his stick down, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. Number 96, Emily Björninen. We'll go with a deep pass down to Santoletto. Here's to Vanjonpa. Again, a back pass out to Leto. Minnesota with a 1-goal lead, not looking to squander it and not looking to give Ohio any traction. Tuukka Hiltunen. It's the ball around Philip Lundmark. Lundmark playing increasingly aggressive zone defense here in the Growler zone territory. Hiltunen on the close wing. Being driven back. He won't try to get the angle on Lundmark. Instead, he'll continue passing. 5 minutes remain in the second period. Hirinen in the spin to get around Lundmark. Vanjonpa coming around. He'll take the pass. Back to Leto. And now Tarika charging. It gives Lundmark an opportunity for the ball, but he'll miss his pass to Carlson. Now Björninen trying to make up for it. Penalty here. It's going to be on number 8, Philip Lundmark. A penalty-heavy game here. It's been intense, it's been physical, it's been defensive this entire match. Philip Lundmark, the next in a long line of penalties here. You can tell these teams are very invested. They care a lot, they care about the game, and that's pushing them just a step too far. It's going to be Minnesota entering power play with a 1-goal lead already. Järninen, Auroila set to take it. Järninen, the pass down to Tuukka Hiltunen. Hiltunen. Shot sails just wide to the left of the goal. Rene Kotulvuoto. Softer pass. Ian Järninen working the far wing. The pass to Auroila. Jiip Auroila, the pass with Hiltunen. Shot attempt by Järninen goes off the leg of Mittelholtze. Albin Nilsson pressuring Auroila, forcing him back towards his own goal line. Auroila resetting the offense. The pass to Tuukka Hiltunen. Shot goes off the leg of Zach Mellon. Mellon shipping it out to Olsen. He'll get it down to Nilsson. Järninen fast but unable to get the angle. Auroila chipping it out. Nilsson maintaining possession for a surprising amount of time there, even a man down. It's enough to break the flow of the Growlers in their power play offense. Järninen to Hiltunen. Shot goes off the body of Joel Olsen. Phenomenal defense going to the ground to block that shot. Hiltunen over to Järninen. Looking for an opportunity. So is Auroila. Interesting power play strategy. Seems to be a bit more static here, a little less passing. Rantala, the shot attempt. Blocked there by Olsen and Mellon. Pass back to Järninen. Over to Auroila. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the second. That shot goes off the leg of Mittelholtze. Auroila coming down and around behind the goal line. He'll go to the ground. Hit awarded here to Minnesota. 2:47 remaining. Power play almost over. Järninen. Back to Auroila. Power play is over. Lundmark in. That shot off the body of Olsen again. Philip Lundmark now trying to make a difference as he gets right back out on the court. The ball chipped away. Advantage play granted there. Hiltunen passes out to Rantala, trying to get around Philip Lundmark. He'll have to go with the pass out to Jiip Auroila. Lundmark still pressing heavy on the defense, following Auroila all the way to the goal. Rene Kotulvuoto. He'll go with the pass to Auroila. Kotulvuoto facing two-man defense. But it gives Auroila an advantage on the far wing, off the wall, looking for Vanjonpää, but they've lost the ball. A heavy collision there, Ryan Johnson down to the ground. Ryan Johnson there getting sandwiched by two Aviators defenders in a hard hit there after the ball was chipped up in the air. Johnson there getting back to his feet and assisted off the court now. When play resumes, the official call on the field is it'll be a free hit awarded here to Minnesota. A minute 52 remaining in the second. Ohio still down 1 point. Minnesota going to look to extend their lead and their momentum heading into the third and final period. Ohio going to try desperately to make it a tie game. Ipo Royla on the ball right now. And an instant goal. What an incredible shot. It only took 2 seconds. Beautiful shot with a minute 50 still to go in the second. Minnesota just extended their lead. It's going to be Ohio 2, Minnesota 4. And after that goal by Royla, heading down for the face-off, it's Nilsson versus Hiltunen. Carlson there. We go with a pass to Mellon. 2 minutes for Ohio to make a difference here in the second period. Zach Mellon off the wall, looking for a man who isn't there. Leto sends it to Vanjonpa. Leto now driving on the far wing. He's got Björnen behind him. Goes all the way down to Vanjonpa in the corner. Arkad now pressing here for the Aviators. To go between his legs, he's creating an opportunity, just saved by Leto. Now the Aviators backing off a bit. Goes to Hiltunen in the close corner. Hiltunen over to Leto. Less than a minute remaining. Cross court. They'll find Hiltunen. Go over, find Björnen. Back down to find Leto. Minnesota taking their time with the ball. After that advantage they've just gotten from that incredible quick goal after the free hit, they certainly don't want to squander it now and give their opponent any foothold before the third period. 20 seconds now left, still passing in the backcourt. Still not seeing a press here from Ohio yet. Here it comes, now pressing up by the goal line. 10 seconds on the clock. The attempt there, Nilsson trying to get a shot off, but Hiltonen's able to beat him to it. 5 seconds on the clock. Driving down, Mittelholzer's going to stop it before a shot opportunity. And after another crazy period of floorball action here in Georgetown, Texas, your score at the end of 2, Ohio Aviators 2, Minnesota Growlers 4. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon with another exclusive player interview. And of course, in just 12 short minutes, the conclusion of this exciting match between the Ohio Aviators and the Minnesota Growlers. Well, Floorball fans of the North American Floorball League, we've just finished the second period of the nitty-gritty play between the Minnesota Growlers and the Ohio Aviators. I have here with me number 4, Joel Olsen. How are you feeling after 2?
Right now, disappointed, but in third period, we're going to get them.
What do you think was your weakness in the second period that allowed Minnesota to get a leg up?
They got their shots outside the box. The Finnish players are very good at shooting outside the box.
What do you think is going to be the key for the Aviators to come back in this third period and win the game?
Faster build-ups and get them when they're shooting.
Great. Well, hey, Joel, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck in the third period. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. After 2, I can tell you, you're not going to want to miss what comes next. We'll see you in a few minutes. Floorball fans, we're just about to kick off more floorball action as we head into the third period here between the Aviators and the Growlers. But before we do, we'd like to remind you that the NAFL wouldn't be possible without the help of our sponsors. Now, our explorers searched the galaxy. They came back and told us there was only one stop for everything floorball. Floorballplanet.com, your one stop for everything floorball. And of course, we have a clothing partner for the 2023 season. It's Kempa. If you like what our refs are wearing, it's Kempa. From head to toe, from shoe to shirt. And you can trust that as we head back down for the face-off, that the only game ball is Excel, the official game ball of the NAFL. Because like the NAFL, Excel chooses to rule. Mellon there fielding the face-off. He goes with a pass over to Mittelholzer, back to Mellon. The Aviators coming into this period down 2 after allowing a run late in the last period. After that goal, they're now facing a growing deficit against Minnesota, but it's not an insurmountable deficit. As we know, floorball is a fast-paced, high-energy game where anything can happen, including a comeback. It's going to be a hit in here for Minnesota, making substitutions early on in the period. Leto on the close wing. He'll pass to Vanyanpa. Kotuluoto coming behind the goal line, facing a full court press defense here. Leto, the pass to Vanyanpa. Back to Leto, Philip Lundmark, and Joel Olsen. They're on the attack. Joel Olsen getting a steal, trying to get it to Lundmark. Blocked there by Leto. Shipped away there by Owen Broom. Kotuluoto still in control of it. Owen Broom coming down. Kalle Harstedt on a close wing coming into the center. Kalle Harstedt, he's got McDonald behind him. We spoke to number 4, Joel Olsen of the Aviators during the intermission. He told us he's obviously a bit disappointed with how his team's been performing, especially in the second period, but he knows they can get back up and back winning. The key for them is going to be facing the Finns and stopping them up where they shoot best, and that is outside the box. That's been the key to Growlers shooting so far in the game. That's where their defense needs to focus, as well as making opportunities for their offense. Ball going down deep in the corner. Kirion looking for a man to pass it to. We'll send it out to Samuel Runka. Pass back to Kirion. Spinning around. He's got a little bit of open court. That shot goes off the leg of Kotuluoto. Now it's Hugo Carlson. Broken up there by Bjerninen. They'll go with a pass to Tarika. Trying to find Carlson, and instead will go to McDonald. Misses that shot. Carlson's there to recover. He misses it as well. Eetu Vanyanpa now. On the far wing. We'll send a pass back. Emily Bjerninen to chase it down. Yipa Ruela, team captain, back out on the court here from Minnesota. He's got Bjerninen behind him. Leto in front of him. We'll send that pass a little soft. Santu Leto now with the ball. Hiltonen coming into the center, looking to make an opportunity. Bjerninen going back to Leto. He's got open court. Minnesota taking their time, playing very defensively right now. Only one man pressing so far for Ohio. Now Carlson pressing as well. Hiltonen coming for the assist. It goes to open court. No press though from Mittelholzer. Trying to stay there as the last opportunity, the last line. Bjerninen shot goes off the legs of Nilsson. Now it's Carlson on the attack for the Aviators. Looking for an opportunity, but it'll go off the stick of Hiltonen. Another shot attempt by Carlson. Sails out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for Minnesota. Auruela, the pass to Vanyanpa. Close pass there. The rush there by Olsen. Lundmark now staying in the crease. Järvinen looking to box him out. Auruela, deep pass, trying to find Kotuluoto. It goes off the body of Owen Broom. Broom looking for Blixt. Instead finds Lundmark off the wall, back to Broom. Harstedt over to Lundmark. The spin around Rovinen. Driving deeper. Being forced back out now. He'll lose the ball, but it's going to be a free hit that's awarded here to Ohio. Lundmark to take it. Great defensive communication here by the Growlers, and it's paying off. Auruela with that steal, looking for Rovinen. He'll overshoot him on the pass. The pass back intercepted by Harstedt. Now the Aviators facing a reduced court, but that shot goes off the foot of Andreas Blixt. It's going to be a hit in here for the Growlers. The pass there to Vanjonpa. Gurion pressing now. Keeping 3 players in the backcourt here for Minnesota. The rush there by Jurica. It'll force Vanjonpa away from the ball. Gurion gets a shot off, but it goes off the body of Leto. Now it's Björninen on the attack, trying to keep it away from Carlson. Intense fight for the ball there. Ilmari Lehtinen back in the game now after his injury in the second period. Hugo Carlson shot just saved by Pasi Arvinen. Close call there on some contact in the goalkeeper's crease. Hit here for Minnesota. 5 minutes elapsed so far in the third period. Still scoreless in the third. Minnesota still with the 2-goal advantage. Björninen, the pass to Leto. You go out to the wing. Vanjonpa, the pass down to Lehtinen. Coming down, and that's Hiltunen going into the corner there. Racing to fix the wall. Ilmari Lehtinen keeping it behind the goal. Shipped away there. Samuel Runka playing desperate defense. Ilmari Lehtinen sailing out of the court. The hit here from Minnesota. It's going to be taken by Emeli Björninen. Off the wall to Lehtinen. Chipped away there. Hugo Carlson bringing it down the close wing. Boxed out by Björninen. Sent down, Jipa Auruela. Coming again on the assault. Gets around 2 men. The pass to Lehtinen sails just wide. Another man goes into the wall, this time Samson McDonald. The hit awarded to Ohio. They're calling that a push on Lehtinen. It's going to be a timeout here. Referee Vince Faso there, taking the time to warn both teams about contact. As we've seen this game, it's been physical, it's been gritty, it's been defensive between these two teams. His reminder to both of them, being shoulder-to-shoulder contact is okay, but it's the in-the-back pushing near the boards that really we've seen a lot of problems with this game. Pass back out to Leto, over to Auruela. Auruela facing defense there from Nilsson. The hit awarded here to Minnesota. Albin Nilsson not happy with the call. .13:44 still remaining in the third. Auruela. Pass blocked there by Mellon, but it still gets out to Hiltunen. Back down to Vanjonpa. Sends a pass deep, but it's intercepted there. Now it's Hans Carlson on the offensive, over to Nilsson. Nilsson shot off the body of Auruela. Nearly a second opportunity there by Akkad. Jarvinen still sprawled out in his own crease. The ball sent down deep into Aviators territory. A close call there for the Growlers. Mittelholzer, the pass to Mellon. Rovinen pressing. Mellon gets the angle with a spin. Down to Carlson. Back in, Akkad chipped in. Nearly a goal, but it's saved there. Phenomenal goalkeeping by Jarvinen. The hit awarded here to Ohio. Captain Jipa Auruela not happy about the call. Joel Olsen here. Kalle Harstedt, it's good! After what sounded like some chatter from number 77, Pasi Arvinen, Kalle Harstedt with a quick response. The Aviators first on the board in the third period. Your score with 13 minutes, 2 seconds still to go in the third period. Now Ohio 3, Minnesota 4. An impressive display there off that free hit, a great pass and a great chip shot in. Pasi Arvinen was waiting for the direct attempt, it looked like, very heavily focused. That's why the side shot was so effective. Auruela on the far wing, chips it with a pass down to Ilomari Lehtinen. Lehtinen to the ground. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. It's going to be Tuukka Hiltunen now with Jipa Auruela. And the shot attempt sails just wide left. It had the power, just not the angle. Andreas Blix now with the pass to Owen Broom. Kalle Harstedt. Inbounding now, deep pass down to Joel Olsen. It's still anybody's game. That pass sailing off of Auruela, heading down deep into Aviators territory, but Ilomari Lehtinen puts too much power behind the ball. Sails into the ceiling there. Powerful shot. The hit in here by Runka for the Aviators. Samson McDonald from the far wing coming around towards the center. Carlson there to support. McDonald over to Tarika. He'll miss the ball, but he'll spin to keep it away from Rantala. Samuel Runka down trying to find Hugo Carlson. Advantage play granted here after some aggressive stick work there from Hugo Rovinen on defense. Tarika trying to get it out to his man Alejandro. Vanjonpa there trying to keep it from happening, and the hit's going to be awarded to Minnesota. Vanjonpa set to take it. Looks like he's going to try for a deep pass. Never mind, he'll take the easy out route to Santuleto. Vanjonpa facing double team on the wall. A more aggressive press here from the Aviators. They found new life after that goal from the free hit. Valtteri Rantala coming around looking for an opportunity. Samson McDonald's stick gets hit out. Hugo Carlson now on the press. Santuleto losing his stick. Spin around, looking for an opportunity. He sends it to Tarika. The chip attempt there by McDonald sails wide left. Now it's Eetu Vanjonpa, a pass to Rovinen. Now trying to find it himself. Hugo Carlson trying to get it, but it goes up into the body of Leto. Now he's back in the corner. Rovinen sending the ball down deep into Aviators territory. An attempt to capitalize here on Growler substitutions, but that shot goes off the body of Leto, sails out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for the Aviators. Hans Carlson there with the pass to Mellon. Shot sails wide right. And now it's Ilomari Lehtinen with a pass to Björninen. Nearly taken out there. Skew coming out far in the crease on the defense there. It was nearly an unlucky day for Ohio. Thomas Mittelholzer now in his own backcourt. Pass to Nilsson. Shot is in! From mid-court, Albin Nilsson, a powerful shot. And that will even up the game. As we said, anything can happen in the exciting sport of floorball. Albin Nilsson coming from Helsingborg, and he's a former Utah Raptor. Last season in the NAFL, contributing 22 points. And you can see why with that impressive play there. 10 minutes, 39 seconds to go, and it's all tied up. Ohio 4, Minnesota 4. Ohio certainly catching their second wind here. Minnesota going to be looking to restart their defense. They came in with a lot of momentum into the third period, but Ohio's a team that's hungry. We're going to see how that works out here in the remaining 10 minutes of the third period. Either team with an advantage now. The drive there, Kotuluoto. The pass out to Rantala. Misses the ball for the shot. Another shot sails wide left. Still in bounds. Hugo Rovinen now on the ball. He's behind the goal line. Trying to get it out to Rene Kotuluoto, but instead it finds Kalle Harstedt of the Aviators. Now Harstedt looking for a man. Will go with a safe pass to Joel Olsen. Growlers retreating. The ball goes to Philip Lundmark. Harstedt to Lundmark. A half spin. Impressive move there. Joel Olsen unable to field that pass. He'll have to kick it back out to Harstedt. Off the wall. Finds Lundmark. A spin trying to get around Oroila. Lundmark goes to the ground. Vanjonpa there trying to chip it away. No problem so far for Philip Lundmark. The shot goes off the body of Kotuluoto. Rantala now. Behind his own goal, off the wall, Levine Vanjonpa. Hit awarded here to Minnesota. Past the halfway mark in the third period. Tie ball game. Yipo Ruela going to look to change that. Vanjonpa on the far wing. I mean, ever so slightly closer. We'll go with the pass to Bjerinen and the spin to get around to Rika. The pass to Lehtinen. Trying to shake McDonald there. We'll go with the pass to Tuukka Hiltunen. Broken up there by Samson McDonald. He'll get it off the wall to get it away from the Growlers defenders. Carlson to Runka. Alex Kirion subs here for the Aviators. Carlson off the wall. Find Kirion. Vanjonpa on defense. An impressive steal there. Still trying to keep it away and maintain possession. He's got the angle. Now he's got open court. Two defenders to shake. He'll go with a pass instead off the wall to Tuukka Hiltunen. Finds Lamari Lehtinen. Facing double team. Deep in Aviators territory. He'll go into the wall. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. Lehtinen back to Santu Leto. And he shoots it. It's just saved. Isaac Skug. Samuel Runka with the ball here for the Aviators. More substitutions here for the Growlers. Hugo Carlson rushing in towards the middle. Growlers swarming him. Looking for an opportunity. He'll go down the wall to Tarika. Back to Runka. Over to Carlson. In the middle. Nobody's there except for Valtteri Rantala on the attack off the helmet of Skug. What a play. Valtteri Rantala looking to create another opportunity. The pass to Yipa Oroila. Trying to get a pass off and intercepted there by Tarika. Saved by Kotuluoto. Minnesota maintaining possession here. Now it's Samson McDonald for the Aviators. He's going to look to slow his offense down, cool the pace off. After coming back up 2 goals from their deficit, Ohio certainly not wanting to squander it with a fast-thinking mistake. Instead, they're going to be methodical and take their time, it seems. Mikael Holzer off the wall. Finds Nilsson. Carlson. Around the wall, Vanjonpa hitting it out. Bjerinen now pressing down. It's him and Lehtinen against Mellon. Lehtinen just saved by Skug. Incredible goalkeeping there. Off of the 2-on-1 fast break by Minnesota. Less than 7 minutes remain now. You can tell these players have more energy than ever. The pass to Hiltunen, saved by Skug. Play stop there. Referees trying to calm the players down. It's going to be a hit here from Minnesota. Lamari Lehtinen set to take it. The pass to Vanjonpa. Goes off the body of Hampus Arkad. Now it's Hans Carlson. On the offensive, he goes to the ground. Both players down. Zach Mellon still trying to continue the offensive. Carlson still down. Slow to get to his feet. Alvin Nilsson with good defense. Joel Olsen in for Carlson. New looks for both teams after substitutions. Joel Olsen. Deep pass. He'll try to find Philip Lundmark. Ledru able to get there first. Now it's Rovinen against Alejandro. Harstedt chipping the ball up into the air. Rene Kotuluoto taking it with his shoulder. Alejandro losing his stick. Now it's in Aviators territory. Owen Broom coming around the middle. Back out to Harstedt. Pass down to Olsen. Rantala now retreating for the Growlers. Tightening up their defense. Philip Lundmark. From midcourt, the press out to Harstedt. Lundmark driving in now on the far wing. Shot attempt off the helmet of Järvinen. Now it's Kotelwoto looking to return the favor. Rovinen shot just on the outside of the goal. Harstedt to Lundmark. It's dueling possessions here. A save by Järvinen. A continued series of return favors, of attempts and saves by both teams. With every passing second, the tension rises. Shot there off the body of Broom. Both teams tied, both looking to avoid sudden death overtime. Just over 5 minutes remain in the third. Still 4-4. Emily Björninen on the close wing. He'll go out to Oroila. Vanjonpa, the pass back to Oroila. Carry on slowly pressing him. He'll go to Hiltonen in the middle. Back to Björninen. The Growlers staying solid here. The pass down to Lehtinen, driving in close off the body of Skog. Impressive job by Hugo Carlson getting the ball out and away. The shot attempt off the helmet of Järvinen goes to Vanjonpa. Off the wall to himself, he attempts it at least. Girjan there. Impressive work. The hit awarded to Ohio after both Vanjonpa and Girjan go to the ground on the close wing. Substitutions for both teams. 4 minutes, 20 seconds still to go. Zach Mellon, the pass to Mittelholzer. Rantala pressing. Over to Nilsson. The pace of the game only increasing here. Albin Nilsson. Going to go with a pass back out to Mellon. Coming down off the wall. He finds Hans Carlson. The shot attempt saved by Järvinen. Penalty call. And that's going to be crucial here in the last 3.5 minutes. Number 84, as Matt Alejandro, the Canadian player for the Aviators. Now Minnesota's going to enter power play with a critical opportunity to regain the lead here. It'll be 3:56 on the clock, still tied 4-4 when we come back in. Jipa Oroila, the pass to Björninen. The Growlers slowly tightening the locks here with the passing game. Ilmari Lehtinen. Over to Rantala, back to Lehtinen. Fast passing action here from Minnesota. Jipa Oroila over to Björninen. Oroila down to Rantala. Behind the goal, finds Lehtinen. The shot attempt just saved by Skog. Referee Vince Faso signaling a timeout. They're going to rule it a dead ball after the goal attempt. It'll be a face-off in the far corner. Zach Mellon on Valtteri Rantala. Chipped out of bounds. It's going to be Ohio ball. Minnesota not happy about the call. That's crucial here with Ohio down a player. Zach Mellon. Deep ball down to Philip Lundmark. Saved there by Järvinen. What a grab. The pass to Björninen. Lundmark still staying up despite being in power play defense. Hiltonen working back with Oroila. Björninen coming around. Pass to Oroila. Broke it up there by Zach Mellon. Less than 3 minutes remain. Philip Lundmark looking for a man to pass to. He's in double coverage. Rantala now on the offensive, finds Hiltonen. Gets around Olsen, but he sends it behind the goal line. The pass to Ilomari Lehtinen. Gets it back down to Vierinen. Vierinen holding the ball, working, passing with Lehtinen. Not much aggression here from the defense for the Aviators. The chip by Rantala behind the goal. Hiltonen gets it out to Lehtinen. Albin Nilsson now for the Aviators, but it's going to be a free hit awarded to Minnesota. 25 seconds remaining in power play for Minnesota. Can Ohio outlast them? Yipa Ruela, the pass to Vierinen. Vierinen. Shot sails just wide. It goes off of the body of number 79, Valtteri Rantala. 11 seconds remain in power play. Joel Olsen sends it down deep. The Aviators retreating now. Oruela to Vierinen, looking to use these last few seconds. Philip Lundmark on defense there. He'll miss the ball. It goes to Hiltonen. Power play is over. Matt Alejandro back out on the court. He gets it to Nilsson. Down to Lundmark. Back to Nilsson. Sails wide. Nilsson looking for a call. Philip Lundmark still with possession. We're in the last 2 minutes of the game. The pass over to Zach Mellon. Still a tied ball game. Down to Philip Lundmark. Trying to make a pass. The ball whiffs out of the blade of his stick. Double team defense there. It's going to be a hit awarded to Minnesota. Just under a minute and a half remaining. If neither team can score before the end of regulation, the rules say they will go to a sudden death overtime. Santuleto. Pass. Over to Vanyanpal. Here to Vanyanpal. Cross court. Hugo Rovinen. Back to Leto. Yesterday, the Jaguars scored a game-winning goal from a tie game with just 15 seconds remaining on the clock. We'll see if that'll happen again here. A save there by Skug, buying the Aviators some more time. Samuel Runke looking for an opportunity. He's going to hold on to the ball. Less than a minute remaining now. Will come down off the wall. The shot attempt sails wide left from Carlson. McDonald sending it over. There it goes back to McDonald. McDonald shot attempt saved by Arvinen. He kicks it out of the way, getting it down to Kotuloto. Less than 30 seconds remain. It's Hugo Carlson on the offensive. He's driving deep. Looks for a pass to Kirian, who isn't there. It's a grab for possession in the corner. 20 seconds. It goes to Runke. Aviators putting the pressure on in the final seconds. The shot attempt goes off the body of Vanyanpal. Hugo Rovinen with an opportunity. He'll send it down deep to Isaac Skug. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. Runke. Last-ditch effort to Kirian. And Zarica unable to chip it in. It's a tied ball game at the end of regulation. We're going to the first overtime of the 2023 NAFL season. Floorball fans, join us back in just a moment when we resume play to figure out the champion between the Ohio Aviators and the Minnesota Growlers. Well, Floorball fans, we're just moments away from sudden death overtime. It's going to be 5 minutes on the clock. The first team to score a goal wins it all. If no team scores in the overtime, it'll go to a penalty shootout. This does mark the first overtime of the 2023 NAFL season. It's going to be Olsen and Hiltonen on the faceoff. They're going to say improper faceoff. It's going to be Minnesota's ball here. That's an important call to start the overtime here. Björninen going to Oroila. It'll be interesting to see the strategy here from both teams. Not a lot of press yet from the defense for Ohio. Leto starting to charge. Goes down to the corner, finds Lettinen. The hit awarded here to Minnesota. They're getting the pressure on early. Tuukka Hiltonen will be set to inbound here for the Growlers. Deep pass to Santuleto. Björninen in there. It's on the close wing. They'll go pass back out to Leto. Now to Hiltonen. Off the wall, intercepted there by Joel Olsen of the Aviators. He's driving deep, chipped away there by Leto. Olsen off the wall, finds Lundmark with a quick pass. Looking for an opportunity, but no one's home. Mittelholzer still able to get it back to Lundmark, maintaining possession. Joel Olsen over to Hugo Carlson, nearly in, but it sails over. It's a hit in here for Ohio. Philip Lundmark to take it. Knocked away there by Järvinen. Double team defense there behind the goal line. Mittelholzer trying to get it away from Leto, but now it's going to be Jipa Roila. Now he's on the offensive in the center line. A slow shot attempt taken there by Isaac Skug. 4 minutes remain in sudden death overtime. Kalle Harstedt coming in now for the Aviators. To Nilsson, back to Harstedt. This has been an unreal game in the NAFL. It's been defensive, it's been intense, it's been physical. Shot attempt there by Carlson, just saved by Pasi Järvinen. He goes out to Santuleto. Passing back with Koltuluoto. Coming in slow, go with a pass to Eetu Vanjonpa. He's got Björninen in, he'll pass to him. Albin Nilsson, great defense, forcing the pass back out to Vanjonpa. Leto on the far wing, the pass inside to Rantala. Shot! Just blocked, it goes out of bounds. It'll be Minnesota's ball on the hit end. Just over 3 minutes remain in overtime. Rantala with the pass to Koltuluoto. Going back, looking for Rantala. You can definitely tell the team chemistry that Minnesota has developed by their passing game. We're seeing a lot of no-look passes similar to a team like the Fort Worth Jaguars. It'll be Minnesota's hit here. First lines returning to the court for both teams. They know how crucial this moment is. Tuukka Hiltonen getting set up. Elavilamari Lehtinen close. Players taking their time to get set up. Lehtinen to Hiltonen. Back to Lehtinen off the wall. Try to find it into Hiltonen, but it sails wide right off the back wall. Now it's Hugo Carlson for the Aviators here. Trying to get it around. Jipa Roila able to save it as it bounces off the post. Lehtinen now getting it in. Shipped in the air. Carlson saving it there for the Aviators. He'll go with the pass out to Mittelholzer. Mittelholzer passing down to Lundmark. He's in Growler territory. Lundmark taking time to set up the offense. He's got Björninen in tight on him. He'll go with a pass to Olsen. Cross court trying to find Mellon. The pass sails wide. Mellon's pass goes off the body of Hiltonen. Chipped in the air. Lehtinen still trying to maintain possession here. Lundmark now on defense along with Olsen. Lundmark coming away with it. Advantage play here. And there's the call. Hit awarded here to Minnesota. 2 minutes. And forgive me, hits now, it's awarded to Ohio. This is going to be crucial. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left. Mittelholzer saved by Järvinen. Sent out of bounds there by Emily Björninen. 2:04 left on the clock. Both teams still alive here in overtime. Mittelholzer, the pass down to Mellon. They go back out to Mittelholzer. Stolen there by Bjerninen. He'll go over. He'll find Koltawolto to Rajala. He misses the ball for the shot. Can he get a second opportunity? He's going behind the goal line. Off the wall to Koltawolto. The shot sails wide right, out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for Ohio. 1:38 still remaining in overtime. It's going to be a timeout here. With 1:38 still remaining, it's still all tied up 4-4 in overtime. If neither team is able to score during this overtime, then it's going to go to a penalty shootout. The winner of the penalty shootout will be awarded 1 goal and the victory. The timeout here taken by the Growlers. The Growlers were a team, they had a lot of momentum, especially in the second period. But it's really been the Aviators who've shown in the third period their abilities as a team, coming together. Once they got their first goal in the third period, we really saw new life breathed into them. They're carrying that energy into this overtime, and they're really starting to match the Growlers well. It's been exciting to watch, and it's certainly going to result in an exciting conclusion. Olsen, passing there with Zurika. Now to Harstedt. Joel Olsen taking his time. Zurika back to Olsen. 1.5 minutes left on the clock. Harstedt to Olsen. Looking down. Nilsson passing to a man who isn't there, but Carlson is still the closest one. Zurika shot sails over the goal. It's going to be a hit in here from Minnesota. They're going to look to take a quick. Santuleto with a pass to Tuukka Hiltunen. Jiipa Roila looking to slow down the pace. Comes to Emily Bjerninen. Trying to get around Carlson, but instead he'll send it back to Roila. Less than a minute remaining in overtime. Both teams certainly going to be getting serious here, speeding up the pace of play, not wanting to go to the shootout. The shot by Bjerninen just saved by Skog. Aviators still staying alive in overtime, and it's a penalty call. Number 7, Kalle Harstedt on the penalty. Minnesota going to enter power play for the last 45 seconds of overtime. This could be the opportunity they've been waiting for. It's a nail-biter here live from Georgetown, Texas. Certainly an incredible game and an instant classic here between the Aviators and the Growlers. As Minnesota gets ready to inbound, it's going to be Bjerninen and Roila. With the pass, we're back. Bjerninen playing it slow so far. He'll go over to Tuukka Hiltunen. Bjerninen on the close wing. He'll go back to Jiipa Roila. The shot attempt is good! Tuukka Hiltunen ends it once and for all. It took 15 seconds of power play in overtime, and Tuukka Hiltunen finishes the job. Your final score, Ohio Aviators 4, Minnesota Growlers 5. The Growlers advancing to 2-0 on the season after defeating the reigning champion Vikings, and with a classic win over the Aviators, they've certainly got a lot of momentum heading into tomorrow. The Aviators going to be hungrier than ever after losing on 2 last-minute game-winning shots. Floorball fans, it's been a pleasure to watch this game, but don't go anywhere. We're going to have an exclusive post-game interview for you. And of course, we have more Floorball action coming up at 7 p.m. when the Tornadoes take on the Vikings. Well, floorball fans of the North American Floorball League, we've just got done with an instant classic game, Aviators versus the Growlers. I'm here with player number 24 and owner of the Ohio Aviators, Andreas Blixt. Andreas, how are you feeling after this incredibly tight game?
Yeah, well, second loss. Of course, it hurts a little bit. We're going to give the league value for its money for sure. We're pushing it to the tie and to the bitter end each game here, and hopefully we'll turn out on a win tomorrow. We really need that now.
What do you think is going to be your key message to your team in the locker room as they get ready to head back into play tomorrow?
So we have to conserve the energy that we have. We played even more composed today. We played a brilliant team in Minnesota, but we need to capitalize more on the chances that we get in the game. And we have 3 crossbars in the first 2 periods, 1 post in third. So maybe the margin is in our favor also. So good teams had good luck. So.
And Andreas, last question. You played in the league last season for the Force, and now you're here with your own team. What was the inspiration for you to return to the NAFL in such a big way?
I really loved my visit here last year. The league gave me so much, and I wanted to give back. So when there was an opportunity to be in the original 6, I couldn't hesitate to make it happen, and I hope I can be an inspiration for many people in the future to increase floorball in North America.
Great. Andreas Blixt, thank you so much for joining us. Cheers. Best of luck in season 2. Floorball fans, you've just seen an incredible game, and it's just a sliver of what the NFL has to offer. Join us in just a few minutes at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time as we watch the Texas Tornadoes take on the reigning champion, Florida Vikings. We'll see you soon. I've been your host, Tanner David.